G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. Finally, the day has come. We've had a firmware update with the Rapsodo MLM2PRO, and we've had an app update. In this app update and firmware update, they've promised to finally fix chipping, along with a bunch of other fixes. But in today's video, I'm focusing on the chipping because, in my opinion, chipping has been the biggest issue with the Rapsodo MLM2PRO since launch. The connection issues, yep, they were bad. Rapsodo has fixed them slightly, and users such as myself have come up with fixes as well, but chipping has always been an issue for people who want to use this thing for indoor simulation golf. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing my full in-depth chipping test. I'm going to start off with the small chip shots with my 60 degree. I'm going to go into bump and runs. I'm going to do flop shots. I'm going to do pitch shots. I'm going to get into all of that. I will be using the Callaway RPT golf ball in this video. Now, I generally use the Rapsodo ball dots. You can find these at rapsodoBallDots.com. I usually use my Pro V1s with the Rapsodo ball dots. The reason for that is because I want to use my own golf ball that I use on course when I'm using this launch monitor, because I want the accurate data. I want the data to be accurate, so then when I take my golf ball of choice, the Pro V1, out on course, I get the accurate data. I don't want to start using the Callaway ball indoors, get data for that, and then play with my Titleist outdoors. My carry distances and feel and spin is going to be off. It's going to not match. I'm not going to get accurate data to then take outdoors. So I use the Rapsodo ball dots with my Pro V1s whenever I'm using this unit. But in today's test, to stop any doubt, to stop anyone saying, hey, you didn't use the official ball, I will be using the RPT balls for this test. I am also using GS Pro. Now, the reason I'm using GS Pro is because I prefer looking at the interface of GS Pro, as I think a lot of other users do. Generally, for people who play simulator golf indoors, they're going to want to get GS Pro at some stage. It is, in my opinion, the best simulated golf software that's out there for the home user. In saying that though, it is being fed through my iPad and the Rapsodo range. So my MLM2PRO is connected up to my iPad to the Rapsodo range to be able to actually feed that data into GS Pro. So the test today, I'm still using the Rapsodo range for my test, essentially. Just the visuals are going to look a bit better on the GS Pro practice facilities, which, let's go there now. So we're on the GS Pro practice facilities. I'm going to start off with my basic chip shot. This is a 10-yard shot. I'm going to look to carry these about 10 feet in my sim room. I'll do quite a lot of these shots because this shot and the bump and runs, which I'll get into later, were the actual problem with this unit when I initially did my test. If you haven't watched the initial test, I'll link it in the description, definitely check it out, but it'll just kind of give you a baseline of what we're coming from to what we're seeing now. I'm really hoping that Rapsodo have fixed the chipping with this unit. I'm really hoping they have. Before I get started though, I will say, if you're going to use this unit with GS Pro, just donate to Springbok for the connector. If you're going to use this connector, just leave a donation. It doesn't have to be much, $1 or $2. Every dollar helps, but it does help support the actual developer and the designer of this connector. He's doing a lot of good work in the community. He's made this connector available for Mevo Plus users now and a bunch of other people. So please do donate a couple of bucks to Springbok. Okay, this is it. Little 10-foot chip shots. Are they going to register? Have Rapsodo fixed the unit with chipping? I mean, this is the answer we're going to find out today. I will get into the other app updates. I'll get into all of the stuff. I will do another video on that. Today though, I'm just focusing on chipping. All right, 10-foot carries. That one carried about 9 feet in my sim room, maybe even 8 feet. It did register on the actual unit itself. It took a little bit to come through to the GS Pro software, just because there's a little bit of a delay for the Apple Cast or the AirPlay, but it did register. I mean, that's the first shot I've had of that length that actually registered. So that's really, really cool to see. Let's do that again. 10 feet. Okay, that was 10 foot exactly 10 foot carry in my sim room. We've had a no read. So the first no read there. Exactly 10 foot carry. It did register. And we almost hold the shot. Okay, that's 2 out of 3. Let's go again. 10-foot carry. That was about 9-foot carry in my sim room. It did register the shot. and we hold out. So perfect. This is incredible. We've gone from a unit that can't read these chip shots at all to save its life. It never registered one of these to now being pretty consistent. Let's keep hitting these shots. I want to get a big sample size of these shots. I don't want to hit 2 or 3 shots and say, hey, it works. I'm going to do about 20 of these shots, and I'm really going to get a big sample size so we can see how consistent this unit is. Okay, that was about 9-foot carry. It did register the shot, and I did push it a little bit, so that's accurate. That was about 9 to 10 feet. It did register, and I did pull it a little bit. This is incredible. 10 foot exactly, 10-foot carry, and it registered. "10-foot carry exactly, and it registered." This is really, it's actually incredible. I mean, you would expect them to fix chipping. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to get ahead of myself and say they've fixed it completely because I haven't gone through the full test. But so far, it looks really, really promising. That was 10 foot exactly, and it registered. Okay, let's do a few more 10-foot shots, and then I'm going to start working back towards the unit, and I'm going to see where it basically cuts off. We know the Garmin cut off at about 6 foot carry in my sim room. That was 10 foot. So we'll see exactly where the Rapsodo MLM2PRO cuts off. Hopefully it beats the Garmin with the 6 foot. Hopefully it can get down to 5 foot, but we'll see. We'll go 10 foot again. That was 10 foot exactly, and it registered. This is pretty consistent. I had that one no read, which you're going to get the odd no read. This thing's not perfect, but ever since then, everything's red. Let's go another 10-foot shot. That was exactly 10 feet, and it registered. We'll go 10 foot again. That was about 9.5 feet, and it registered. This thing's consistent now. I mean, it's reading all of these. I'll do one more 10-foot chip. That was 9 feet, and it registered. And we almost hold out. Okay, that is seriously impressive. Okay, let's go back to 8 feet now. So 8-foot carry in my sim room. That was about 9 feet. Hit it a little bit too hard. It did register that. And we've had another hole out. Okay, 8 feet. That was 8 feet. Exactly, and it registered. Let's go for 8 feet again. That was probably just under 8 feet, if I'm being honest, and it registered. We'll go again. That was about 8 to 9 feet, and it registered. Very consistent. Okay, let's push it. Let's go 6 to 7 feet. And this is where the Garmin pretty much cut off. That was about 7 feet. It registered it. We'll go again. Now the carry in GS Pro is still saying 2.2 yards. The carry in the Rapsodo app is saying 3 yards. So let's go a little bit shorter. Let's go 6 feet. That was about 6 to 7 feet. It did register the shot. I mean, it's picking up on it. Let's do that again. We'll go 6 feet. That was 6 foot, and it registered it. This is impressive. Let's go 5 feet then. So it looks like it's pretty consistent with these short chip shots. Let's go 5 feet. Let's really push it now. I'm going to go 4 to 5 feet. That was about 4.5 feet, maybe 4 feet, and it didn't pick that one up. Let's go again. That same range, 4.5 to 5 feet. Okay, that was about 4 feet, and it didn't pick up on it. So I'm not even getting a blue light, it's just solid green on those 4-foot shots. Okay, let's go 6 feet again, because it looks like about 6 feet is our cutoff. Okay, that was about 6 feet, and it registered the shot. So now we'll go short, we'll go about 4 to 5 feet. Okay, that was about 4.5 feet. It's having a think, it's got a blue light, but it missed the shot. So it looks like it's the same as the R10 now, where about 6 feet is our limit, I guess, of this unit. I'll do one more shot, 4 to 5 feet. And that was about 4.5, 5 feet, and it picked up on the shot. That's pretty impressive. Let's do another one then. We'll do the same thing, about 4 feet. That was about 4 feet. And we've got a green light, no blue light, so it hasn't picked up on that shot. So look, in my opinion, right now, have they fixed short chip shots? Absolutely. This is by far improved. This is way better than it was. So I'm happy to say chip shots, my basic chip shots with the lob wedge, up to about, I'm going to say 6 foot is the cutoff. 6 foot's the cutoff. They have fixed chipping with the Rapsodo MLM2PRO with those chip shots. Let's move back and hit some pitch shots now. I'm going to go back to 30 yards. All right, so I'm at 30 yards now. I'm going to look to carry these about 24 to 25 yards. Might be a bit long. It did register the shot. No, that's pretty good, 23 yards. I can't imagine there's going to be much of an issue with the Rapsodo at this range. I mean, it was even good at these before the update. That should be a good shot. Okay, it missed that one. That's strange. So we had a no read. Okay, that should be a good shot. It did pick up on that. 23 yards again. Should be a good shot. 24 yards. So yeah, I didn't think there would be any issues from this range. The Rapsodo was always really good at these pitch shots. No issues. 23 yards, call it. No issues with the pitch shots. It's still really good at pitch shots. Didn't expect there to be any issues. Right, now, next part of the test I'm excited for. 20 yards, and I'm going to hit bump and runs. I'm going to start with my 8-iron, then I'm going to go to 6-iron. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel, join the Facebook group, and also follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to grow this community. Hopefully, if the channel gets bigger, the community gets bigger, it'll give us a bit more leverage to get more products into test. So if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel. 8-irons, let's go. Let's do bump and runs. These should carry maybe in my actual sim room. They're going to hit the screen. About a foot up on the screen is generally where these shots hit. So for carry distances, I'd say in my sim room, it's 10 foot to my screen. It's a foot up. So maybe anywhere from 14 to 16 feet carry. But we'll see how we go. I'm just going to hit these as if I'm hitting a shot to that 20-yard flag. Bump and run. I hit that one way too hard. That was about 2 foot up on my screen. And as you can see, the ball went way long. It did register the shot though. All right, let's try that again. Bump and run. Okay, that was much better. That was about a foot up on my screen. It did register the shot. So that carried, what, 4 yards it's saying in my sim room. So about 12 feet, which is accurate. Okay, we'll do that again. That was the same shot. And it had a no read. We'll go again. That was the same shot, about a foot up on the screen. It did register that shot. So, I mean, it didn't, I'm pretty sure in my initial testing, it didn't register any of these shots. It certainly didn't register the short chip shots. This thing's performing, and it is performing really well. Okay, let's keep this test going. I'm still going to go with 8-iron. I'm going to hit a few more of these shots, and then I'll go to 6-iron and do the exact same thing. Okay, that was about a foot up on the screen, and it registered the shot. Go in the hole. Okay, that was probably only a couple of inches up on the screen, a lot shorter of a shot, and as you can see, in the GS Pro world, it was certainly short. So even that shot that I left way short, it's still registered. Let's go again. That should be pin high. That should be a good shot. And it is. Perfect. Okay, let's try and hit some shorter shots then with the 8-iron. Let's go, let's get it just to the green. I mean, that landed about 6 to 7 feet, and it registered the shot. That's incredible. This is a massive, massive fix. They have fixed the chipping. They've fixed it. Let's do another one of those shots. I mean, that's not getting airborne. It is not getting it. It registered. It didn't even get off the ground. That's incredible. That literally maybe got an inch in the air, if that, and it registered. That is just, they have certainly fixed chipping. This is incredible. 8-iron bump and runs, even bump and runs that go a couple of yards, perfect. 6-iron time. Let's go 6-iron bump and runs. I'm going to do the exact same shots I just did. This should be a little bit more of a test now for the unit because these are going to be coming out significantly lower. Okay, that barely got off the ground. It's got a blue light, having a think, and it didn't go through. Okay, that one landed about 7 feet in my sim room. It registered the shot. That's crazy. That is a massive improvement. Let's do another one of those. I'll try and get it to the hole this time. Okay, that hit just at the bottom of the screen, and it registered. So 6-iron bump and runs are so far looking really good. That one hit about 10 feet in my sim room, and it registered. And the ball is, I'm going to say, it's almost running on the ground. It's almost running on the ground. Okay, let's keep doing these shots with 6-iron because this is seriously impressive. That one hit about, it's like 9 feet in my sim room. It registered. So 6-iron bump and runs, I'm going to say, we have had the odd no read. You're going to get no reads with all units. We have had the odd no read, but I'm going to say 6-iron bump and runs are absolutely fixed. It works. I mean, it just works every time. Let's really push it. I'm going to really de-loft this. I'm going to get it essentially running on the ground and leave it halfway. I mean, it registered that shot. That thing did not get airborne. That was a putt. I'll do that again. Let me get a 4-iron. Let's go 4-iron. 6-iron is working perfectly. Let me get a 4-iron. So I have a 4-iron now. Let's test 4-iron bump and runs. It registered it. They've fixed it. It's working perfectly. Again, it registered. All right, let me get a hybrid. Let me do like a putt with a hybrid. I mean, this is not part of the official Joe Legowski chipping test, but I just feel like we need to push this thing. All right, I have hybrid. I'm going to essentially do a putting stroke with a hybrid. It's thinking about it. It didn't go through, but it was thinking about it. We'll do that shot again. I mean, that is a putt. It didn't pick up on it. It picked up on the 4-iron bump and runs. Might just be the swing length. Let me do a little bit longer of a swing. It doesn't like that for some reason. So it's not sending those through, but it did send the 4-iron bump and runs through. It registered that shot. It registered the hybrid bump and run. Let's do another hybrid bump and run. Okay, it's having a think. It's got a blue light, but it didn't go through. So 4-iron bump and runs pass, hybrid putting style bump and runs fail. So that's the cutoff. I mean, that is seriously impressive. Okay, flop shot time. I'm going to look to carry these 20 yards, big high flops, and we'll see how we go. I can't imagine this is going to struggle with this shot. It was always good at flop shots, so this is almost just a formality, just to make sure they haven't messed anything up. All right, flop shot, 20-yard carry. Use my ceiling protection, and it registered the shot. Not the best shot, it was out to the right. That was a massive flop though. All right, let's do that one again. 20 yards carry. Again, pretty decent flop. And it didn't pick up on that one for some reason. We'll go again. That should be about 20. It registered the shot and it's through now on GS Pro. I mean, flop shots, they always worked and I didn't think they wouldn't work with this new update. I'll do one more. And it's registered. Let's try and go a short flop shot. And to be honest, these never had an issue. I use these flop shots around the green a lot. Let's do our little mini flop shots. That one will go about 6 or 7 yards and it registered perfectly, 7 yards. So no issues with flop shots. I didn't expect there to be. Okay, the final test. We're gonna absolutely hose ourselves over here. We've got to hit a massive flop shot over the lip of that bunker. I mean, I'm going to struggle to get this out. Ceiling protection is going to get a workout. Wide stance, low hands, hopefully get this out. Ceiling protection got used. Oh, we didn't get out. We'll try again. That one will get out. It's not getting out. Okay, let me move back. I think I was a bit ambitious. They are coming out with a very high launch angle though, so it's just, I'm a bit too close to that lip. This is a bit more realistic. We'll see how we go. Ceiling protection was used and it didn't register it. We had a no read. Ceiling protection was used and the ball got stuck up there and it registered. Perfect. That was actually a really good shot. Happy with that one. I'll just get my ball down. Okay, we'll do one more of these shots and then we'll wrap this video up. See if we can hole out for the last shot. Really good shot. Ball's coming flying back at me. Go in. Come on. Really happy with that shot. Vertical launch angle on that one was 52 degrees. So maybe the other shots, the vertical launch angle wasn't reading correctly. Okay, let's wrap this up. Chipping with the Rapsodo MLM2PRO. I'm happy to say chipping is fixed. It is working perfectly. They've done it. This is amazing. This is what we wanted from the start. It's so good to see a company take feedback from users on board and then work on it and improve it. Granted, it has taken a little bit of time. This has taken time to come through. We've known about the bad chipping since launch, but it's good to see that it has finally been addressed and fixed. And to be honest, it's been properly fixed. Like, this is probably above and beyond what I expected out of this firmware update. They obviously took their time, got this thing right before sending it out to the users. That being said, I will have a full in-depth review over the other new updates they've done with the application and the firmware in a different video. Today was all about chipping. Happy to say chipping is now good to go with the MLM2PRO. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. Any comments or questions, let me know down below and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers. And also, if you want to support the channel, get a ball marker. Cheers.